Good morning to all our visitors. After delicious breakfast in this hotel, Brayleaf in Chamuras, we will first go to the San Agustin Church to say our graces and bless our journey with safety. The bus will arrive in 20 minutes, giving you plenty of time to stay in the restaurant and prepare and eat some of their delectable treats. I hope you remember our rules from yesterday when I had a whistle and a flag. If you hear my whistle, it's time to go explore the area. And if you see me waving the flag, it's a positive indication that you should slow down and take notice. Is that clear, my dear tourists? The bus has arrived. Let us begin with head counts before you board to ensure that we are all set. Mr. Carlo is our rider for today. Let us introduce ourselves to Mr. Carlo. Now that you've taken your seat, the first stop on our itinerary will be Historical Church steeped in history. It's the 21st of November, which means it's cold outside. In fact, the temperature today is 23 degrees. For your comfort, I recommend that you all wear thick shirts. As you exit the bus, please take your place in line. Remember to bring the necessities and keep an eye on your belongings at all times. Are you up for an adventure with me? So let's get this tour started. Here we are in San Agustin Church. As for our first destination for the last of this tour, we will start by giving our graces and pray for safety throughout the tour. A brief overview of the history of San Agustin Church is that Catholicism was once prioritized by the Spanish colonizers in the Philippines. That is why they need a place of worship to bring the congregation together, and one of the built churches is all over the country is San Agustin Church. Is it to ensure the survival of Christianity. However, due to man-made and natural disasters, the San Agustin Church was rebuilt 3 times. It has since withstood natural disasters and has become the Philippines' oldest church. It is now designated as a historical landmark by the government and UNESCO. They appointed Juan Macias to oversee the design and construction of the church in 1586. It wasn't until 1607 that its official completion was declared. The structure was unaffected by the stronger earthquake that struck in Manila between the 16th and 17th century. The only major damage sustained by the San Agustin was the collapse of one of the church bell towers, which was then permanently removed. Today, its contribution to nationhood, it's indelibly etched in our country's history. You may go ahead and explore the beautiful architecture, designs, and place around San Agustin Church and also pray. That's all for San Agustin Church. Please fall in line or gather around and have a 2 minutes walk to our newest destination. Around the place are different sari-sari stores. You can freely buy some as we reach our destination. Across the walls of San Agustin Convent is the Quarter de Santa Lucia, which housed the newly formed Philippine Constabularies Barracks in 1901. Are you ready to discover the historical place of Puerta de Santa Lucia? Well, did you know that in 1904, a military school was established in this building, which later became the Baguio Philippine Military Academy? The Reducto de San Pedro is easily accessible to the general public. It stands apart from the wall on a level ground. It was used to store gunpowder as well as provide additional fortification. It is said to be nearly intact after the liberation and to have a lovely brick interior. My dear tourists, we are about to depart from our second destination. Is it possible for me to see your smiles? Excellent. So let's move on to our next destination. Did you know that not only the Spanish have a large influence in the Philippines, but the Chinese also had a long history here? That is right. Our next destination in Intramuros will be the famous Bahay Chinoy. So let's get going. Welcome to Bahay Chinoy. Please keep our etiquettes in place as we come to another culture place in the Philippines. Right here, we can see life-size dioramas of Chinese traders, goldsmiths, and others can be found in Bahay Chinoy, which is located in the Philippines' walled city, also known as Intramuros. The most intriguing masterpiece in the museum is a sari-sari store that played an important role in the lives of early Chinese settlers in the Philippines. Ever since, sari-sari store has become popular to the Filipino and can almost be seen anywhere. You are now free to explore the area with a given time of 30 minutes as we move forward to our next destination. We have arrived arrived at our fourth destination for the day, which is the Baluarte de San Diego, another historical landmarks in the walled city. And we are able to explore the one that was built to protect Manila from the enemies during the Spanish occupation. This historic concrete structure has survived cannon fires, earthquakes, and the war in Manila. You will feel the historical ambience of the entire historic garden as you walk along its stone path. The lovely garden is located at the southern end of Intramuros. This is a place where you can simply enjoy nature, surrounded by a landscape of colorful flowers and small trees. Now, before we eat our lunch, I want you to mesmerize the surrounding and feel the peaceful vibe that once tragic before. Take time to realize how lucky we are to be able to recall the past without experiencing it. Time check! It is already 12 noon and we are scheduled to arrive in one of the famous restaurants here in Philippines. I do think after 4 destinations, my dear tourists are hungry. It serves traditional Filipino cuisine but has a Spanish-style setting and antique decor. Good afternoon to everyone! What did you have for lunch today? Time check, it's currently 1 p.m. I hope you enjoyed your meal. Are you looking forward to discovering more of Intramuros' hidden gems? To begin, keep in mind all of the safety precautions we've discussed so far. We are getting closer to the Light and Sound Museum. Please fall in line again and bring your belongings with you. We have arrived in our destination, which is the Rizal's Light and Sound Museum here in Intramuros. This museum will transport you back in time since we have a special tour where you can experience a recreation of history through light and sound, including artworks, visuals, sounds, and robotics. With only 1 hour of tour, I am sure you are going to have so much fun. A little fact before the show begins, the national hero of the Philippines is Dr. Jose Rizal. He was a polyglot, doctor, novelist, poet, social reformist, and the inspiration for the 1896 Philippine Revolution. What a fantastic show, right? I hope we all learned something amazing from the history and achievements of our country. We still have 2 destinations to go. I am not ready to say goodbye to Intramuros. How about you? No, right? Now, let's move forward to a neoclassical architecture. The Aduana suffered damage in the aftermath of the 1863 earthquake and was demolished about a decade later. The structure is currently being rebuilt and will house the National Archives of the Philippines. You are now free to travel the place of Aduana and have a historical overview of this magnificent place. Before we end our tour, we are going to have an activity using a bamboo bikes. If you can't ride a bike, there is a free tutorial included as you roam around the city of Intramuros. Let us go back to our bus and head to our last destination. We have arrived in Skydeck, located in our hotel, where we can ride bamboo bikes and explore incredible historic neighborhoods, exciting destinations. Guided bike tours allow you to explore different parts of the Philippines in a safe, fun, and educational manner. The tours are typically conducted in small groups of 5 to 10 people. Choose from a wide range of bamboo bike designs such as their signature Ligtasin Cove Beach Cruisers, Victoria City bikes, and other handmade bamboo bike designs, as each bamboo bike is one of a kind. Our guides will act as our ambassadors, ensuring that you are well taken care of throughout your stay with Bamboo Bike Eco Tours. Everyone's attention, your time is up and your tour has come to an end. In just a few minutes, we'll be pulling out to the hotel. I'd like you to stay in your seats until we've come to a complete stop. Mr. Carlo will be waiting for us at the bus stop to assist you with your luggage. Please double check that your bag has been removed from the bus. Thank you all, and on behalf of Biyaheng Pinoy Tour, I wish you a pleasant and memorable tour in Intramuros. Have a safe trip, and we look forward to serving you again.